Living museums are type of museums that recreate historical settings to stimulate a past period, providing visitors with practical demonstrations of history. The history of the San people is that of nomadic hunters of wild animals and gatherers of wild fruits. To date, this has become very challenging as their movement is restricted while killing some animals is poaching.
In that old days, the Jungma people used to go in place to place where they look for wild food and also go for hunting. They can gathering the type of food which is not in place where the place where they are. They can go into another place which is very far. But nowadays we don't have to do that. Only go for uh, closed places where I look for gathering some type of food and also go for hunting. But in nowadays there are also some type of food which are very far away from us, but there is now no need for us to go there because in nowadays we used only to live in one place where and having our boreholes where we used to stay permanently, not to move out, go to another place else for gathering bushwood, and also there are also some type of animal which supposed not to be hunted. It's also very difficult in nowadays for gathering bush food because the elephants are destroying all food plants. They are also um, ate the food which we as a human being also eat.
Even though they are no longer able to make bags from the giraffe skin to carry their belongings and make use of other animals that are restricted from hunting, they are determined not to let their culture die out.
The most important thing that our Junga people likes our traditional to continue is very important because when these things we don't have this museum means that everything are gonna collapse, goes away because even our language cannot be taught into schools, and we were not going to know who are we, because some of the San people who are living in Botswana or uh, Kavango region, those people are only speaking Herero or Kavango languages and don't know what their languages is all about, and also their clothing, their activities materials, they don't know how to do this stuff. That's why this keeps to reanimate our culture.
At the Living Museum, they mostly depend on the sales of their crafts when they have guests to enable them to buy food from the supermarkets in Tsumkwe. They, however, still hunt animals which are not prohibited and still gather fruits within their jurisdiction.
I apply the poison on the front of the arrow, and when it goes into the animal, it breaks off and the animal runs with it, and eventually the animal gets weak and dies.
The Turkish Cooperation and Coordination Agency in 2017 visited the museum and constructed an office with toilets and a shower, but the building have since been standing with no usage, as the office is not furnished, nor do the toilets and shower have water for those who camp at the Hoansi Living Museum. Evelyn Paules, NBC News, Hoansi Living Museum.